Okay, let's talk about the law of sines. The law of sines works on any triangle, and we can use it to find side lengths and angles. The first thing you have to be able to do is pick out angles and their opposite sides. So if this is angle A right here, across from angle A is side A. We use capital letters for angles, we use lowercase letters for side lengths. If angle B is up here, across from angle B is its opposite side, little b. And finally, if this is angle C right here, across from angle C is its opposite side, little c. So you have to be able to pick out angles and opposite sides. The law of sines is simply a proportion. Every single ratio in your proportion will be the same. You simply take the sine of an angle on top of the ratio, and it will be over its opposite side. And you just need two ratios. Again, in the numerator, you have the sine of an angle over its opposite side. Once you set that up, then you can cross multiply. Okay, let's apply that to this picture right here. This is not a right triangle, so we can't use Pythagorean's theorem, we can't use SOHCAHTOA. We do, however, have an angle and its opposite side. That tells us we can use the law of sines. So in our first ratio, we want both the givens. So the sine of our angle, 78, over its opposite side, 14. The next thing you do for your next ratio is look for the variable. Our variable is x. It is a side length, so that goes on the bottom. Now we just have to find the angle that is across from side x. So I'm going to draw a loop right here. We don't have this angle, but we can find this angle because three angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So if we take 180 minus 32 minus 78, that angle right here has to be 70 degrees. Now there is our second ratio right here, the sine of 70 over its opposite side x. That's how you set it up. Now we're ready to cross multiply. We always start with the number here. So we take 14 and we go across. 14 times the sine of 70. Make sure you end that parentheses or hit enter before you divide it by this. So then we would divide it by the sine of 78. So again, that is what we punch into our calculator when we cross multiply. 14 times the sine of 70, end that parentheses, so you stop this sign or hit enter right here, and then this times this, and then finally you divide it by the sine of 78. All right, punch that in real quick, and you should have gotten 13.45. Okay, try that. Always punch these things in a couple times just to make sure you don't make any silly mistakes. The next video will be using the law of sines to find an angle. Let me know if this helps.